Fragrant spices, the magic of spices. We have been trading spices like cinnamon, pepper, and turmeric for thousands of years. But because exotic spices don't grow in colder climates like ours, Europeans have had to travel to the east, to civilizations like Asia, the Middle East, and Northeast Africa to buy spices to ship back home, sometimes sailing for weeks or months at a time. In the very early days, spice traders would make up fantastic stories about their journeys and how they found the spices in order to get more for their wares. They would tell tales of deep glens filled with cinnamon and infested with snakes, and other exotic spices guarded by winged creatures. But now we know better, as we can visit the places the spices grow, and can see they are cultivated in much less fantastical ways. Nutmeg, for example, is the seed of this tree. The inside part of the fruit is the bit we grind to create the nutmeg. Cinnamon is the bark of a tree and looks like this. Pepper is made from these tiny berries. And cardamom comes from green pods that look like this. People continued to trade spices through the centuries, and in the Middle Ages, the quest for spices was one of the reasons Europeans started to explore the globe further. And the spices they found were so highly prized that wars were even fought over trade routes. All the colourful and fragrant aromas must have seemed very exotic and magical to the Europeans who were buying them back then. And because of this, they were inspired to use them for many different purposes, from flavouring and preserving their food, to making perfumes and dyes, and sometimes even medicine. In fact, in Elizabethan times, it was thought that the spice nutmeg was a cure for the plague, a deadly disease of the time, which pushed up demand and made it very expensive to buy. Today, we know that spices don't cure us of diseases, but they do make our food taste great. So next time you eat a gingerbread man, or sprinkle some cinnamon on your hot chocolate, spare a thought for the long journey these magical spices have taken to season your food.